What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome to another video. Today we've got some amazing topics to go over, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we are starting off with Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD has been officially announced for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and also the Nintendo Switch. And this has already caused somewhat of a stir online, but I'm here to tell you guys, before I get into the description here, I'm here to tell you guys why this might not be the game that we wanted when it comes to Final Fantasy, but it blows the door wide open, and I do think that there's going to be more to come from this announcement. So let's get into the details from Square Enix. So Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD, fans and newcomers alike can follow the journey of the Crown Prince Noctis and his brothers-in-arms Prompto, Ignis, and Gladius, with fully voiced key event scenes and faithfully recreated battles. All of the treasured moments from Final Fantasy 15, like driving the Regalia across breathtaking landscapes, camping, chocobo riding, and more, can be experienced in a whole new way with the game's creatively reimagined art style and in HD resolution for the Nintendo Switch. Now, here's the thing about this, guys. Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition, yes, it's not Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition. It's not the big Final Fantasy with the graphics and all of that people really wanted, or even some of the other Final Fantasy games. But you guys have to remember, guys, and trust me, I was really against this at first as well, back when it first came out, or when the news was kind of breaking what was going to be going down with Final Fantasy and the Nintendo Switch and all of that stuff, right? I was kind of against it too. But this is the first Final Fantasy, mainline Final Fantasy or numbered game to come to a Nintendo system since Final Fantasy VI on the Super Nintendo. And what does that mean? That means that blows the door wide open for remakes, for ports, for remasters, reimagined titles to come over to the Nintendo Switch. So we could be seeing other Final Fantasy games, numbered entries on the system. And if you look at the Nintendo Switch, this has literally been the Nintendo system to get companies that never made games or haven't made certain franchises or entries for Nintendo in a long time to make a game for the system. We saw that with Bethesda. They came back after a very long time. There's been various other developers who have made games on the system. It's been a while since we've got franchises like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z on a mainline Nintendo home console. So this is kind of what the Switch is doing. And now we're finally seeing Final Fantasy. Yes, it's not the big version of the game. I get that. But I still think that it's significant because it does open the door for other Final Fantasy games to come over. And I bet that we haven't heard the last of Final Fantasy 15 on the Nintendo Switch. I do think, yes, there's not any definitive type of announcement or anything right now at this point, but I do think that Square Enix, Nintendo are going to be working together with Epic in order to bring Final Fantasy 15 maybe on Unreal Engine 4 to bring that game over. Because here's the one thing about Final Fantasy 15, guys. Square Enix wants to make as much money as possible. That's the reason why Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition is even coming to the systems. It's like, why is it coming to the PS4 and the Xbox One? They already have Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition for a really good price, or you can get the cheapo basic Final Fantasy 15 on the systems, but they want to make as much money as possible. So what does that mean? Even getting something like a Final Fantasy 15 on the Switch at some point, heck, maybe it's in a year from now, a year and a half from now, I don't think Square Enix cares. They just want to make as much money as possible off of Final Fantasy 15 and that name and brand. So I do think that it's very possible that we do get Final Fantasy 15, the regular edition of it, on the Nintendo Switch at some point. And there was news on that when basically Square Enix said, well, the game doesn't run best with the Luminous engine on the Nintendo Switch, but Unreal Engine 4 is a lot better. So that's the reason why I think that it could possibly come over. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. And I know this was not the announcement that you guys wanted to hear, but at the same time, don't just look what's right in front of you. Look at the possibilities that this does bring, considering this is the first mainline numbered entry on a Nintendo system, seriously, in like 20 years or something like that. We haven't gotten anything since Final Fantasy VI, and that includes reimagined titles or anything like that. This is the first time on a home console or anything that Nintendo considers a home console to actually have a numbered Final Fantasy. So to me, it's a lot bigger. There's a lot more than meets the eye. So what do you guys think about this announcement, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition? It's out now on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and it's coming soon to the Nintendo Switch, according to Square Enix. So I would guess within the month we're gonna get this game, if not in the next couple weeks. Obviously, this was supposed to be an announcement for the Nintendo Direct that was delayed, and we'll talk about that in just a bit because there's another big announcement as well. But what do you guys think about all this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next topic here, once again, we have another massive announcement, and that is Civilization 6 is coming to the Nintendo Switch on November 16th. Guys, this is very big, and this is like amazing that a game like this is coming to the Switch before it comes to the PS4 and the Xbox One, at least at this point. So Sid Meier's Civilization 6, winner of the Game Awards Best Strategy Game, DICE Awards Best Strategy Game, and the latest entry in the prestigious Civilization franchise, is coming to the Nintendo Switch on November 16th, 2018. Originally created by legendary game designer Sid Meier, Civilization is a turn-based strategy game in which you build an empire to stand the test of time, explore a new land, research technology, conquer your enemies, and go head-to-head with history's most renowned leaders as you attempt to build the greatest civilization the world has ever known. And now on Nintendo Switch, the quest to victory in Civilization 6 can take place wherever and whenever players want. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 for the Nintendo Switch includes the latest game updates and improvements and 4 pieces of additional content, which adds 4 new civilizations, leaders, and scenarios. Viking Scenario Pack, shout outs to the Viking Nation, Poland Civilization and Scenario Pack, Australia Civilization and Scenario Pack, Persia and Macedon Civilization and Scenario Pack. Here are the key features for Sid Meier's Civilization 6 on the Nintendo Switch. Play your way. The path to victory is one you determine. Become the most scientifically advanced civilization, dominate through sheer military power, or become the foremost destination for the cultural arts. The world's greatest leaders. Play as one of 24 different leaders from various countries around the world and throughout history. Build an empire of lucrative trade routes with Cleopatra of Egypt. Flex the military might of your legions with Trajan of Rome, or develop a powerhouse of culture with Tokimune of Japan. Each of the leaders can be played any way you prefer, with unique abilities, units, and infrastructure in their quest for victory. Expansive empires. See the marvels of your empire spread across the map, settle in uncharted lands, improve your surroundings, build new districts, and see your cities and your civilizations prosper. Active research. Unlock boosts that speed your civilization's progress through history to advance more quickly. Use your units to actively explore, develop your environments, and discover new cultures. Dynamic diplomacy. Interactions with other civilizations change over the course of the game, from the primitive first interactions where conflict is a fact of life to late game alliances and negotiations. Exciting and unique scenarios. Civilization 6 for the Nintendo Switch includes 4 playable scenarios, each with a different setting and style of gameplay inspired by history. Be part of colonization of Australia's in the Outback Tycoon, defend Poland from the invaders of Jadwig's legacy, choose a Viking leader to plunder Europe in Vikings, Raiders, and Traders, or conquer the known world of the Conquest of Alexander. Cooperation and competitive multiplayer. Up to 4 players can cooperate or compete for supremacy via wireless LAN. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 will be available on the Nintendo Switch once again November 16th, 2018. Sid Meier's Civilization 6 is rated E10, so nobody will have a problem going there and buying it. And you can also get it on PC. I think there's like iOS, Mac, Linux, all that good stuff, iPad. There's a bunch of different stuff, but it's not on PS4 and the Xbox One at this point, and it was developed by Asper Media as well. So this is once again a very huge third-party announcement for the Nintendo Switch. We knew that we were going to be getting some of these bigger announcements that would come out because of the delay of the whole Nintendo Direct, but this is definitely one of the bigger ones. but I'm hearing whispers, guys, that this is not the biggest announcement when it comes to what was in store for the Direct, but this is definitely a big announcement here. I think it's a very good one. These are the type of games that I used to play back in the day, and this is another one of the games that hasn't been on a Nintendo home console for a very long time. Nintendo has not gotten a Civilization or this style of game, so it's amazing to see these developers kind of come back and see that the Nintendo Switch is a great fit for this style, because these are one of those games that like you can sink like hundreds of hours into, and to be able to play a game like Civilization, it comes at a perfect time during like football season. Basketball season is about to go back into full swing. When you're watching a game and you want to just build up some stuff with Civilization, this is the type of game that I played on my Super Nintendo with stuff like Sim City, Civilization. I remember playing that on my PC back in the day. I think my brother was into that as well, or these type of games. Yes, I know for sure we played Civilization back on the PC back in the day. So I'm completely down to try it out on the Nintendo Switch just as a curiosity factor, but I do think that this is a huge announcement considering how good this game is. It's won a ton of awards. The Nintendo Switch, I think, is a perfect fit for strategy games like this. So to see it come over and to be announced, obviously it was supposed to be the Nintendo Direct, it would have been a bigger announcement, but who cares? At the end of the day, it's all about what's actually coming to the system, not exactly how it's announced, but what's coming and what people can look forward to this holiday for bigger third-party games. And you've got it here with Civilization 6, and to a lesser degree, I guess, with Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD. So this is awesome all around. I love what they're doing here, and hopefully we get some more announcements, and maybe even Nintendo retools the Nintendo Direct after this point, but we don't know. We have to wait and see what Nintendo decides to do. But if you have not seen my last video where I talked about that, please make sure you do so. I'll have a link to that in the description below, because we have a possible new release date for the Nintendo Direct, or a new scheduled date for the Nintendo Direct. So make sure you check out that video. I uploaded it late last night, so you might have missed it. So what do you guys think about these different topics here when it comes to Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition HD, also Civilization 6? What's going on there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.